happening, people? This is Rohit here, and this is a video journal about spending Friday nights alone. It might feel like a normal topic, but I realized that I need to give myself credit for doing something like this, as well as one of the greatest. Muhammad Ali has also said something on the similar lines. The hardest part is to actually spend Friday nights alone. And even in my case, when I think about it, people asking about weekend plans or what you're doing Friday night. And for me, as an international student, as a person who is coming here to live my life to the fullest, and I'm like, there's a lot of theories, a lot of things which just happened, so I'll just cover a few of them. And this is video journal, this is about how my mindset actually is, and this is something which I felt like I need to record from the last few Fridays. I'm like, let's do this. So every single Friday it comes and I get to hear people talk about their plans and all that, and for me it's not about, I know my value and how much I can bring to any ship I'm in. At the same time, like, I've done all of this in the past. So these are the two parts which I'm going to cover in this video journal. First thing, people are talking about the plans and I get to hear. First, I get jealous, because that's actually a good thing. I'll justify why. Because jealousy shows what you really want and what that's something to aspire or hope for. So when you hear people making plans, yes, I slightly become sad. Yes, I slightly be like, oh, a bit jealous. Okay, they are having all these plans. But when you know your value, you really want to surround yourself with the right set of people. Right now also, I can spend time with anyone who I want, but I'm here, I'm focusing on myself, self-love. I'm going to do video editing, journaling, and I'm going to spend time just by myself, and that itself is a huge thing in itself. And so whenever I hear plans, okay, this is what goes in my mind, slight sadness, but at the same time, like, my mindset is very different. Like, it takes courage to actually spend time alone. That's one. And I'm like, and while coming back home also, Friday night, you're coming back home. Right now it's like 9:30, and while coming back home, you're actually seeing people go towards New York City. So they're going in opposite direction, they're dressed, and I'm like, huh, okay. But at the same time, I'm like, what is there for me to do in New York City? I've done everything alone, whatever I wanted to do, like going to bars, whatever I wanted to do, I covered all of that. So that is one thing. So yes, sadness, a bit loneliness, jealousy, all of that is there. At the same time, you're like, you have that contentment is there. So how did that contentment come? First year in when I came to the US, I've done what all I really wanted to do. I had amazing group of friends, amazing group of roommates. So that kind of contentment gives me the satisfaction to say that, oh, I've done all this stuff. Have every single day was an outing for me. And that kind of contentment, which I feel I never had in my childhood, and I was like, oh, I want this, I want that. I actually got that in Philadelphia, and I'm able to say proudly that I had the best social life that I could ask for as an international student here. So when I hear people making plans, I actually tell myself, I don't try to compare, but at the same time I can say that I had the best social life. I went to clubs, did what all I wanted to do. So whenever this kind of thing, so when I'm coming back home, I'm like, I actually did all of that. I am actually content with all of it. At the same time, you're like a bit sadness, but it's all about the different emotions and how you choose to deal with it. So that's what I'm doing, and I feel I'm doing it well. So for me, it's about like recording this in a video journal. I'm like, I'm going to edit and I'm going to post this, but I also feel I'm using my time well, because yes, aromatherapy will happen right now, and then yeah, journaling, I'm going to do video editing. So I'm actually using that time productively. At the same time, I don't think humans are wired in such a way that you always want to socialize, you always want to be around people, you always want to talk to people. A person, but at the same time, the person really wants distraction. A person cannot actually, it's hard for people to live without a distraction. But for me, I realized that earlier, whenever I was lonely, I used to be like, oh, I need to keep doing something else. Oh, I need to keep doing something to cover something. While eating, I need to do something. While I should not be sitting with that. But now I realize that it's actually the opposite that I need to do. Whenever I feel lonely or whenever I feel sad, I actually need to sit with that feeling. And the main thing to do at that point is not like, just sit with the feeling, don't do anything, don't try to distract, just sit with it, don't do anything. The main focus should be not to do anything. But for normal people, like in the beginning, that's what even I used to do. I used to be like, oh, I need to do something. Now it's like, no, I should not do it. So when I feel that those kind of feelings, I'm like, uncomfortable feelings, unhealthy feelings, and I'm just sitting with it. I'm like, okay, let's just sit with it. So, and I realized that, see, 4 minutes of video journal, I'm actually feeling so much better. See, some Fridays are definitely hard. You're coming back home, I'm like, what's this, I'm not doing anything. At the same time, I'm like telling myself, oh, I did have the social life that I really wanted. And then you're like, what's that, New York City, I already covered a lot of things alone. I actually need to give more credit for saying that I covered more than 90 plus solo dates in New York City. Every single thing, I'm like, what all I want to do, I did everything alone. Food places, bars, beaches, every single thing. So I'm proud that way. At the same time, I'm like, even today I was hearing people's plans. So I'm like, yeah, I actually did that. I need to focus more on being content. At the same time, like how Muhammad Ali said, it's not easy to actually, it's the hardest part is to actually be inside home Friday, spend the night alone without anyone. I right now have the whole house to myself. I'm like, that's actually amazing. Like, I get to be here alone. I'm getting more and more comfortable alone. I'm right there, like 99% the comfort is there. That 1% is when all these triggers start. But this Friday, nothing is happening, so I'm like, yeah, I can actually record. Earlier, while coming back home, I'm like, I'm walking back home slowly. I'm coming back, but I know that if I really wanted to, I can go out. But at the same time, this is the last part which I want to cover in this video journal. The kind of storyline that I have right now in Philly, what all I want to do, I did it. Amazing life, amazing social life, the best international student life that I could ask for. I did that. But after coming here, I came here with a different mindset. I was different in a lot of ways. I was being, oh, people should be like this, people should be like that. But I have also changed a lot of ways right now. I'm like, chill. I know that I have the skills to do whatever I wanted to do, be friends with anyone. Same time, it's in this storyline, I get to say that this is my final semester. I get to say that outside of campus life, I had zero social life, and that's something I'm really proud of to say that small chapter, I can, wherever I go, whatever success meter is, I get to say the story and be like, I had zero social life, and that's actually can be an inspiration for a lot of people. And for other people, it might be different things. They are not able to make friends. They are not able to talk. They are not able to. For me, in my case, I'm good at so many things, and I can do whatever I want to do, be with whoever I want. So even though I have all those skills, I'm choosing. It's the choice to actually be alone and be with the right. It's choosing to be with that kind of mindset is there. I'm like, I'm not going to say I'm better than people, but when there are so many levels in international student, I'm like, I'm on another level altogether. I'm grateful to do all of this. I get to go to New York City. I get to be alone. I get to do so many things, and I'm like, my mindset is very different, and it's my choice to be alone. Whatever it is, whatever happens, I'm the one choosing to do all this right now. So I cannot complain and be like, if I really wanted to, I can be outside, I can call. But I know that I want to feel seen, I want to feel heard, I want to feel understood, and that's more important for me. And I know how much value I can bring to any ship. But yeah, in this storyline, I can say that whatever happens this semester, I just want to get done with zero social life outside of campus, and I get to say, at Ruggles, Newark, I had zero social life outside of campus, and it's actually a good thing. It's actually a matter of pride for me to say that, oh, I actually have no friends, and I'm actually very proud of it. When I say no friends, I actually mean I have obviously very, very super amazing close friends in my life, just not around me, and that's a huge story in itself to say that I did every single thing alone with zero friends around me, and I'm super proud of all of this. It's all about the mindset. It's all about being grateful. My mindset is very different. You cannot compare with ordinary average Indian international students, I can say that much. But it's all about my mindset. My mindset is very different, and I get to be alone. My mindset is, I'm just grateful. Yeah, this is my video journal for today. Thank you all for watching. See you all in another one. Till then, bye from me.